Hey everyone, welcome to your daily Donald Trump update for July 25th, 2025. Wow, what a whirlwind 24 hours it's been for President Trump. From jetting off across the Atlantic to handling some big economic chats back home, and of course, dodging those persistent questions about everything from trade deals to old scandals. If you're a fan of high stakes politics mixed with a bit of international flair, buckle up because we've got all the latest scoops straight from the sources. We'll dive into his social media vibes, the key moves from his administration and campaign, and the buzz in the news world. Let's jump right in and keep that energy high. After all, Trump's never one to slow down. How does he manage that pace? First off, let's talk about what's been happening on True Social, where President Trump often shares his unfiltered thoughts with the world. Over the past day, it's been unusually quiet from his account. No fresh posts, replies, or reposts really popping up in the last 24 hours. That doesn't mean the platform's dormant, though. Fans and critics alike are still buzzing in the comment section of older threads, racking up likes and shares on those classic Trump takes from earlier in the week. But for now, it seems like Trump's focus has shifted elsewhere, maybe saving his energy for the big announcement ahead. If you're following along there, keep an eye out. You know how quickly things can heat up. Shifting gears to the political and campaign front, President Trump kicked off the day yesterday with some serious executive action that had everyone talking. In the morning hours, he made a surprise visit to the Federal Reserve headquarters in Washington, D.C., where he met with Fed Chair Jerome Powell to discuss everything from interest rates to the overall health of the economy. It was a bold move, especially amid ongoing tensions about monetary policy. And Trump came out swinging in his trademark style, assuring reporters that he has no plans to fire Powell, at least not unless absolutely necessary. He emphasized the need for lower rates to boost growth, saying the Fed's been mismanaging things a bit, but hey, he's all about giving people a chance to step up. This visit wasn't just chit chat, it ties right into the broader agenda of shaking up federal agencies and pushing for that big, beautiful bill he's been teasing, which aims to restructure government operations and cut down on what he calls wasteful spending. By midday, the White House was already dropping hints about releasing over $5 billion in school funding that's been held up, a win for education initiatives under his watch. And let's not forget the tariff talk. Trump floated the idea of using revenue from those import duties to send rebate checks directly to Americans, framing it as a way to fight inflation and put money back in pockets. It's classic Trump economics, tough on trade partners, generous to the folks at home. As the afternoon rolled in, things got even more international. President Trump boarded Air Force One and headed straight for Scotland, blending official duties with a personal touch that's got everyone chatting. The main event, inaugurating a brand new golf course at his family resort in Aberdeenshire. Yeah, the Trump International Golf Links, Scotland, is expanding, and he's there to cut the ribbon himself. This 5 day trip isn't just about teeing off, it's laced with high level talks on trade deals with Europe and the UK, especially as Brexit aftermath lingers. Trump told reporters before takeoff that the chances of sealing a solid EU agreement are about 50-50, but he's optimistic, and why not? He's using the visit to highlight American investments abroad while pushing his MAGA message of economic strength. On the campaign side, this plays right into his narrative of being a deal maker who doesn't separate business savvy from politics. His team back home kept the momentum going with updates on immigration reform, including executive orders to tighten borders, and even some AI policy tweaks to keep America ahead in tech. No major rallies or endorsements dropped in the last day, but the Trump campaign's been active online, rallying supporters around these moves and teasing more America First initiatives in the coming weeks. It's all part of that relentless drive to maintain momentum, even as he hops the pond. Now let's weave in the noteworthy mentions and news swirling around him. Because let's face it, Trump dominates the headlines like no one else. The big story breaking yesterday afternoon was all about his Scotland jaunt, with outlets lighting up over how it blurs the lines between presidential duties and family business promotions. Protesters were out in force upon his arrival, chanting things like Donald Trump is a joke and waving signs against his policies. A reminder that not everyone's thrilled with the visit. Security's tight, of course, with a fleet of presidential vehicles flown in just for the occasion, sparking some chatter about taxpayer costs. But Trump's brushing it off, focusing on the golf course, opening as a symbol of economic ties between the U.S. and Scotland. Meanwhile, back in the States, the Epstein saga reared its head again during a press gaggle before departure. Reporters grilled him on potential pardons for Ghislaine Maxwell and others tied to the late financier, but Trump shut it down pretty quick, saying it's no time to talk pardons amid ongoing Department of Justice scrutiny. He deflected to bigger issues like maintaining nuclear limits with Russia, which he mentioned as a priority in a quick statement. On the trade front, there's buzz about Canada. Trump hinted that a deal might not happen soon, blaming distractions, but his team insists talks are progressing. And in a lighter but telling moment, the White House dropped a fun "Daddy's Home" meme from his NATO summit appearance earlier this month. But it ties into yesterday's vibe of Trump reasserting control on the global stage. Social media is exploding with reactions from supporters praising his work ethic to critics calling out the golf trip amid Gaza's humanitarian woes. Even X is flooded with posts about it. One user quipped that Trump's clearing his schedule for golf while crisis brew, and another highlighted the exceptional nature of a sitting president promoting personal ventures so openly. It's that mix of admiration and outrage that keeps the Trump story so captivating. So, wrapping this up, folks, it's clear President Trump's last 24 hours were packed with that signature blend of bold decisions, international spotlight, and a dash of controversy. From the Fed powwow to teeing off in Scotland, he's keeping the world on its toes. Whether you're cheering him on or watching closely, one thing's for sure: there's never a dull moment. Thanks for tuning in to your Donald Trump update. Hit that like button if you want more. Subscribe for tomorrow's scoop and drop your thoughts in the comments. What's your take on the Scotland trip? Stay engaged, stay informed, and